right. So after going to the seminar, being like fully inspired, where did you end up going to beauty school?
So I went to Carson Aveda Institute.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's a school called Carson Institute, but at the time it was an Aveda school. Right
is
now
that here
it
in
isn't
the
anymore.
city?
Yeah, it's in Union Square.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went to an Aveda school, loved it. Actually, first started off at another school. It's on 34th Street, but I forget.
Empire?
Empire.
Yeah.
Empire didn't work out for me. I feel like I needed something a little bit like more disciplined.
Okay. That's fair.
And I did like maybe a few months at Empire, and I was like, this is not going to work for me. I need something more disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
So I left there. I went to Aveda, and then I felt like, okay, I'm at home. Like, you need your all whites on every day.
Right.
Like, you need to get it together.
Right.
I needed that kind of discipline.
Right. That's good. So I did not know that. I did
Yeah.
not know that you had that like background.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. So did you ever do salon work, or did you just go to school and just go right back into freelancing?
So I went to beauty school, and then after that, where did I go first? Okay, so in school, they always have these salons come into the school and like talk about the salon and kind of pitch it to you. So it's like an option for where you want to go to work after you graduate. And there was this one salon, which was like the top salon in Manhattan, which was shall remain nameless.
Ah!
And I was like, and everyone's like, Naeemah, you're so great. Like, that's where you're going to work. And I'm like, yes, that's where I'm going to work. I'm going to go work at the salon. I'm going to be an assistant there. Went to my interview, and it was a very traumatizing experience.
The interview was traumatizing?
The interview was traumatizing. So I walk in, and the interviewer was like, okay, so I need like a full big bouncy blowout. I'm like, got it. That's my thing.
Right.
Do that. Big bouncy blowout. And I did that, and he's like, okay, that's great. Just come have a seat with me, sit down, let's talk. And I'm like, chest out, like I did my thing. And he's like, that was great. But your look is not necessarily what we're going for in this salon.
Your look personally or your work look?
Not my work look. My look personally. I had a sleek bun. I had like a black button-down shirt, black slacks.
What you consider
heels.
to be like
Professional, especially
right?
for like Manhattan, like very upscale salons.
Right.
So
well,
I was
that's
like,
slightly. I mean, and that's not slightly. That's like quite insulting.
So I was like, do you mean like me as a person? Like what is how I'm dressed? He's like, no, you know what I mean. It's just not gonna work for us. So obviously I'm like, okay, they're racist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get the keeping it nameless. So, but I am putting 2 and 5 and 10 together. So, because I do know that when salons come into schools, I know that they're quite hand selected.
Yeah.
So that's really disappointing.
So that's like
crushing, particularly for the beauty
crushed.
industry,
Yeah.
and especially for a woman of color, myself, and even like this whole platform is to elevate, people of color, period, in the beauty industry and showcase what we're doing. So to get your initial start and to have such a verbal, because it clearly didn't set you back. I mean, because look at you, you're on fire, girl. But to have that verbal setback at the beginning of your career, I mean, just
honestly, it did set me back for like a year. Because after I didn't, because to me that job was like that's what I wanted. I wanted like the best of the best, and I didn't get that. And I was like, everyone else in that category is gonna treat me the same way. So I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna try.
Right.
So I like went and tried to like work at like the local mom and pop shop.
Okay.
Was making like pennies. Was not really learning much of what anything that I just was doing stuff that I already knew how to do. Like just like growing up black, stuff that I already knew how to do. Like nothing that I was like, wow, so inspired by or anything like that. And also just not making any money. So I'm like, this is what my mom meant by like, this is not going to be like a successful career.
Right.
So I was like, I stopped doing it altogether. After I worked at that salon for like a few months.
As in hair, working at that salon?
Hair.
Wow.
I was like, this is probably just not it for me. So I stopped doing hair. I got a job at a call center, working at 311. Like, overnight, working like the graveyard shift, miserable.
That's not emergency?
No, it's like non-emergency.
All right, because I used to work at 411.
Oh yeah,
I was a 411 operator.
So it's pretty much similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's definitely, it's just like 411. So I was doing that overnight and just like miserable. And everybody at my job was like, Naeemah, you just need to do hair, because that's all I talked about at work. And my coworkers are like, this girl, like, why is she even here?
Right.
So I did that for a while, and then I just started doing more test shoots during the day. So like, let me go back to these test shoots. Though they're not making me any money, it brings me passion and love, and I love doing it. So I'll just work at night and do my test shoots during the day. And that started to like take off even more. And I was like, you know what? Like Crystal said, you need like a solid plan. So I was like, I'll do my shoots, and I just need to find another salon. It's not the one that I thought I wanted.
Right.
That wasn't your path.
Wasn't for you.
Let it go.
Yeah.
It's fine. Doesn't mean that everyone's like that.
Right.
So it took me a few months to figure that out, and then I found a job at the salon called Below, and they were all about like styling. It was a styling salon.
So not like the blow dry bars.
It wasn't a blow dry bar just yet.
Okay.
First, it was a styling
14th
salon.
Street?
14th Street.
Yeah. West Side.
Yeah. They then turned into like just blowouts, but
Okay.
they first started off as just like just like a full service salon. So I was working there, and I was just like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, this feels good. This is very, just like all kinds of people coming in here, all kinds of clients, black, white, Asian, like, and I wasn't like sticking out like a sore thumb.
Right.
So I felt comfortable.
Right.
I felt appreciated.
You're starting to feel your tribe a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was like my first salon experience, and I also worked at Paula Breck Salon.
Okay.
On that side.
Not Dante.
Youssef.
Yes. Yeah.
Youssef worked there.
Did you guys work there at the same time?
We worked there at the same time. I wasn't assisting him, but we were working at the same time.
Do you remember Lisa Mitchell?
No.
I feel like Lisa Mitchell was the beautiful black woman. She was one of the first that I know of, black women that was being chosen to go to join like Orlando Pita's team and Odil's team, and then so she was bringing like crews with her, because I feel like she's the one that maybe pulled Chucky in to like her fold, pulled Dare Story into her fold. But I remember, I think the very first time I heard Paula Breck Salon was because she was working there, and I feel maybe, and I don't know, you can answer this, that maybe they worked together.
I think she was there for a long time. I was only there for like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I missed her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so here's a lesson. Words matter. I think we know that. And, if you are a salon owner, if you are a mentor, and if there is someone that is coming to work in your salon and maybe they just don't fit the aesthetic, or you don't like their work, I think it's just okay to just simply say, hey, maybe this isn't going to work out. But, to like take it a little further and insinuate that, maybe they have other ideas of maybe like racism and things like that, like that's just not cool. So just be mindful that words matter.
Totally.
Yeah.
And also on the flip end, don't let anyone crush you,
More importantly.
When you know your skill level and you came to the table with your everything, if someone tells you that you're not for them, that's just them. There are other options out there. There are other opportunities out there. Don't let anyone break your stride. Exactly.
That is the word for the day, for sure. Don't let or the phrase for the day. Don't let anyone break your stride. Yeah. Tell us how your relationship then jumped into education and brand relationships and things like that.
So at Below,